Hello everyone and welcome. This is Trizes Max with Two Lives Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us. We are busy playing Airport Simulator Plain City, as it's now known. It used to be first class for some of the old school people, and we are going to try out this game in 2025. So with clear skies, let's take off. This is Miranda. She's our business angel. She says, "Director, welcome to your first day on the job. I'm here to help you grow your airport." I am Miranda, your business angel. When learning the basics of airport operation, let's start with flight licenses. We first need a commercial license. Let's begin with a short haul or SH1. For our SH commercial license, we need a SH commercial ramp. On a commercial ramp, commercial aircraft will park to perform the boarding and disembarking of passengers. I will leave you with Idris, our airport logistics engineer. This is Idris, our airport engineer. Time to get your hands dirty. Let's get started by opening the builder menu. So this is a builder menu down here in the corner. When I open it up, Idris says, in the builder menu, you'll find all infrastructure and items related to the airport. Alright. Then we'll select it. And that's the spot it's going to go. And let's speed it up. There we go. So Harry, he's the assistant manager. He says, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Harry, your assistant manager. Congrats on your first commercial ramp, director. It looks like I've completed a mission." So let's check it out. This is the missions menu. This is basically what the game is going to turn around. You're gonna want to collect all of these main missions and try and get your daily missions and achievements in as much as possible. Obviously to collect your rewards. So let's collect this one. It's got XP, cash, and then air coins. Alright. Well, Harry says, "Great, now we should focus on our airport's terminal." Miranda says, "Indeed, Harry, our airport is not ready to receive our first passengers yet. Let me show you how to enter our terminal." So let's go out here. There with the suitcase. Not that one. That one. Here we go. Here is our airport terminal. The entire PAX flow passes through here. First, PAX will proceed to check-in for their flight check-in area. So we need to place a check-in desk. Idris says, "Here I am. Open the interior builder menu to order a check-in desk." Okay, so this is inside of the terminal. We're going to open up this. And here's a check-in desk. And we're going to drop this one right here. Let's speed it up. And there we go. One step closer. So Harry says, "And to ensure safety, PAX must pass through security gate. It is required to access the gate area. Let's place a security gate." Alright, it says. Alright, so let's go in there. This is the security gate. We're going to just drop one here. Alright, and then it's going to let us boost this. Speed that up. Great. So Harry is back. He says, "Next, PAX will proceed to the boarding of their flights. The boarding is operated through boarding desk." Okay, so obviously they're going to come in, they're going to go through security, then they're going to do some shopping, and then they're going to come here to the boarding desk. Now obviously boarding desk, that's across from where your ramp is. So the plane's going to park, and then our PAX is going to go in and out from there onto the plane. Alright, so it's going to let us speed that up. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but we've basically got ourselves an airport. So finally we need the security controls for disembarking PAX. So we'll place an automatic passport gate. It says address, I believe. This is in the same menu. And the automatic passport gate, that's going to make sure that passengers go through here. And they have to show their passports. And there we go. Got that one down. And there we go. Congratulations. You've just got short haul license. We got Aerowings, Aerodesa, and Alpha. So that's actually pretty cool. You take a look here. It says that we can either go to the shop, the airlines unlock, and from here on we are basically free to continue. So Miranda says, congratulations director, our airport terminal is now set to handle a full bags flow. Alright, that means that we've completed another mission. We're going to collect our reward here, and this time we actually got a shop. That's very nice. Wow, look at what they actually gave us. That's so cool. I can't remember getting something so cool in the beginning. So, okay. Let's go in here. I'm excited to put this down. So we're now ready to sign our first airline partnership. Okay, let's take a look at the available partnerships in the airline unlock list. Okay, so we can go up here. Alright, then here in the right corner, can open it up there, and here we can see the list of airlines that's available right now, and there's quite a few on this game, so we'll be excited to see there's different airlines, different planes, lots of different liveries that you can put on all those different planes. But if you're an enthusiast, you're going to find lots of planes here that you're going to love, obviously the commercial ones. So Miranda says that here's the list of the airlines which we can sign a partnership with. Alright, so we're going to do Aerowings, and we have to see what the requirements is here. So we need the license for short haul, and then we need at least one short haul ramp. Well, we're probably going to need two, and it means that we've got this. Now for this one we're going to need the license for short haul, and we're going to have to reach level 2, which is where we are now. So that's fast travel. Alright, and we're going to go to fast travel, and this is going to show us what we need to put down for that packs and what's included obviously in this. So yeah, the fast travel food is something we're going to put in our shop, and then we're going to want to put down that duty free, the 5 minutes one, and then we'll get the Q400 and the ATR 42600 famous unlocked from fast travel. Okay, so we're going to sign this one now. So we need 10 airline tokens for that, so we just click on that. So yes, we want it, and there we go, our very first airline. So Niklaus is here, he's the head of operations. He says, hello director, I'm Niklaus, head of operations. Congratulations on your new partnership. Alright, thank you. Time to sign our first contract with this airline. Okay, contracts are located in the contract screen. Alright, we're going to tap, go out here. You can see our airline pass is open there already. Okay, now what we need to do is we're going to tap down here. I'm going to click on contracts, and then Nicholas says in the contract screen you'll find all contracts ready to be signed. So okay, so here it shows us that the airlines that we can choose is obviously first the fast travel, and then we can see the total reward there, 35,900, and then the time slots. So it's AM and AN. The AM is the earlier slot, and then AN is the afternoon slot. Alright, now this is important if you're going to want to fill up your schedules in future, so remember this. Alright, now like it says here, this is money that we get when we finish it, and then we get the type of flight. So you get regular, and then you get charter. Regular means that you're going to place that down and it's going to go about like 7 or 19 flights, whereas a charter flight is something that you can choose on a daily basis. Alright, we're going to click on this one, and here it gives us an idea of how that regular works. So say first flight day, that will give us a total of 8 flights, and we need 8 flights during one calendar. And then the time slot there, AM, that's from 6 until 12. So this contract is regular, which means 1 flight a day for several days. Okay. Nicholas says the time slot is AM, that the flight must land between 6 and 12 p.m. Now sign the contract and get the bonus reward. So here's the thing, is if you sign this contract, you get money. If you sign more contracts, you get money. But obviously to make more money, you're going to have to complete those flights. So Nicholas says that's perfect. And the next step is to plan the contract. So we're going to go up here, and you're going to see that this planning menu, this is where the schedule is. And then Harry says, thanks Strauss, I'm taking over. Hello again, director. All right. Here is the flight schedule for each ramp you own. So here we can see it's a ramp there. And we've got the short haul. So that's the kind of ramp it is. Terminal 1, that's where it is. And then it's got 1 check-in desk. And then there's got 4 different time slots. It's early AM, AM, AN, and then PM, which is in the afternoon. In between we can see the numbers and the colors. All flights that are in that color has to start in that color. So if we have an EAM, we can start it at 5 AM and have it overlap, but we can't have it at 6. So that's something to keep in mind when we get to the schedule. So here it says the day is made up of 4 time slots, each with its own color: EAM, AM, and AN, and PM. All right. It's time to plan our AM regular contract. All right. We'll find all these contracts you have signed in the contract panel. Okay. The contract panel is this little button here. Now we see our flight here. We're going to slide it over. So you're going to click it and then pull it over. It's going to make like a ghost flight, but that's just to guide us. In future, it might mean that there's another plane there. So we're going to drop that in there. That's a perfect time slot. So he says, well done. For the next 8 days, our regular contract will land every day at 6 AM. The remaining flights are displayed here. There are 8 flights left. That makes sense. Okay. Now we can see that obviously in that little tab there. You can see FT2839 on that card. That's the flight name, and then we've got 8 flights. We get $4,200 every time it lands and takes off. It's got 48 passengers, and the services that it needs is, at this stage, it doesn't need any services, and it's all those other services that you see. There's 6 in that block there. All right, so now here's the thing. We can go ahead to the next week, and we'll find there that we've got 1 more flight in the next week. So Harry says, congrats, director. Don't forget, sign more contracts and plan them. Well, obviously, that's how we're going to make money. So we'll go out here. We're going to collect our mission. And there we go. We're off to a very good start here. And we'll go out. And here we can see everything that we need to know about the pack satisfaction. Miranda, our business angel, says, the packs have specific expectations depending on the airline, like fast travel packs. Let's consult them. So in this section, you can see the thoughts of the passengers. All right, it says like, I'm famished, there's nothing to eat, I'm tired, my legs hurt. So all of these are an indication of what our packs are looking for, right? So here we can see they went through. You can see what they're happy with and what they're not happy with. And these are the satisfaction points that you're going to want to hit if you want successful takeoffs and full planes. And yeah, obviously brings up that popularity of your airport. So the pack satisfaction is important, says Harry. Here we can see their mood based on whether their expectations are met. So here's the expectations, and it's got these little dots that's going to tell you how high or how difficult that is. So to satisfy your packs, we need to build facilities that match their expectations. So in this packs are going to need something to eat and drink, and then somewhere to sit and wait. All right. In our terminal, we are lacking in food and drink and comfort to boost our pack satisfaction. Okay. I'm gonna go back here. We can see that we've got 2 more missions completed. In fact, in here we've got an achievement. We'll collect that. 3 login days. All right, and then we're gonna take Flight Club there. That's also extra packs. Okay, so let's go in here, and we're gonna see that we can go to duty free. All right, and then we've got a vending machine. We want to put down some munchies here for them, so let's start by putting one here, I think. Okay, there we go. I'd like one there. All right, and then tax management, we're going to want to put down some seats. All right, so there's like a place to sit, and perhaps a little up into the corner there, right? Something like that. And kind of like, whoops, you can turn the screen by twisting your fingers like so. Okay, is that going to fit in there? Hey, let's put one here. That's going to be great. I'll take that. Okay. Now we can see that the seats are activated, and here we're going to drop the first class totem. Right. I think I like the totems. Actually, I like them closer to the boarding. Okay, so let's go here. I'm going to drop this one right here. Kind of gives you an idea of where you're going to be boarding, right? So we'll take that, and I think we're pretty much set here. Look at all these nice things we can actually unlock. Well, we'll get to that. Right, so here we go. We got our first week done, and we've got some daily rewards that you can collect every day. And then you've got a monthly calendar that you can also pick up some rewards, and then a consecutive calendar. So the more often you lock in, the more rewards you'll get, obviously. All right. So you can also double your reward by watching a video, which is quite cool. And it stays on there for a while. So if you can't watch everything right now, maybe later, when you've got a minute, you can go through that and double your rewards. All right. And in here, we'll get a daily login streak for 5 days. We're going to get some more tokens there. All right. Well, here we go. Looks like we've got our basic airport going. Get them something to chow. And there we go. Also, I want to move this maybe. So if I want to move it, I'm going to click on it, hold it, and then there we go. Drop in there. Now I can see that this line is kind of building up quite quickly, but we can upgrade it by going like this. Ooh, money's already gone out. Used to having millions, but this is humble beginnings. So thank you for joining us, and we'll start building this new airport. It's actually a lovely airport. It's my first time really seeing it. We got our first flight, and yeah, passengers already walking about to go in. We've already had passengers leave. So what can we say? It's new beginnings in 2025. With this beautiful map that's going to happen. And it's quite special because, I mean, look at all these different pieces available. That is so cool. I mean, look at this. Okay. Lots of promising things still going to happen. What's this? It's like a relic plane. Check that, it's like a relic plane. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Oh well, here we go. I don't know who wants to live there, but this is so special. Awesome. Well, let's see what the future will bring for this game. I see that there's a lot of potential, so if it's your first time playing, knock it in with us, drop some comments if you've got some questions. You can also join Airline and Airport Simulator fan groups on Facebook and Discord. Just put in the name Airport Simulator and it will pop up pretty quickly, so go and join those for some more hints and tips. Otherwise, stick around for our next video as we start building our 2025 airport. Thank you if you've watched this far, and remember, if you save this video, it means that you don't have to go back to the tutorial to check everything out. Well everyone, until next time, ciao.